morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where today is another Retro Friday. And today's Retro Friday is all about our solar power stations. In thinking about how to be prepared for what may eventually happen, which I have no prediction for what that might be, but to be prepared to cover as many possibilities as we can think of, one of the things that we have to have is some alternative power. Our whole food storage plan, including particularly level 1, depends on us having electrical power, particularly to run our freezers. And so that became an issue for us early on. Now, we live in an area that has short power outages all the time, a couple of hours, 5 hours. We had one that was 8 hours the other day, and they let us know sometimes, but other times it just happens during storms and things. And so we needed to have some versatility with alternative power so that when the power goes down, we can run a few things that are very important to us. Now, in these short, under 24-hour power outages, for instance, our refrigerator will be just fine. The food in there is not going to go bad in 24 hours. Our freezer will be just fine for 24 hours. We've never had one of these shorter ones that has lasted more than about 8 hours. So if past behavior is predictive of what future behavior is going to be, we're fine with just having a set of small ones that we can carry around and put in places where we need. For instance, this one was our very first one. It is called Baby Blue. Now, sadly, Baby Blue has been discontinued, but the good news is it has been replaced with a brand new model that is even more powerful for less money. And I have that listed in part of our products and in our Amazon store so that you will be able to pick up on it. And it is, let's see, I have written the price down. It's $239. This one was originally $300, I think. The good thing is that since we purchased ours, and our big one that I'll show a little bit later in this video, we paid $2,000 for, and it is now $899 in a newer, more improved model. We're not rushing out to get the newer models of these because these still work just great for us. The 180, which we'll see a little bit later, also in this video, is probably my favorite one because it is so versatile and will run so many things. It is the same, it has not been replaced, and so but it's come down in price, which is really good. So the good thing is that these solar power stations are all coming down in price. One of the few things in today's society that is decreasing in price, which makes it a good time to acquire at least some. Now, this little one will run everything on my computer table, my computer and the backup battery and so forth. And that's all I use it for. When the power goes out, this goes in my room next to my computer table, and I plug the everything in, and I can run it for several hours. The next one up that we have is for Jim, and it is more powerful than this one. It will run everything. Plus, a lot of our kitchen appliances can be run on the one we got for Jim. Then we have the 180, and then our big one, which is 2024 watt hours, that we're going to show just a little bit later in this video. So for level 1, we have to make accommodations, as so many people have said, for our freezers. As I do recipes and I say ingredients here for level 1 storage, this is what we got from our freezer. And I always get comments that say something like, yes, but in a grid down situation, you won't be able to run your freezer. Well, actually, yes, we can with our setup with these Bluettis. And we show that in one of the videos that is linked to the end. 2 videos are linked at the end. One is how we use our solar power stations, our Bluetti power stations. And the other one is how we power our freezers off grid. And so both of those are important things for you to see in terms of how we use our power stations. We came to the brand Bluetti after trying another brand that was a disaster for us. I talk a little bit about that in the second video. Gosh, I think I even mentioned the product name, which I probably shouldn't, but we were so upset with them and what they tried to do to us. when their product, which was a big one like our great big one, and we paid $2,000 for it, went out after 3 months, and the rigmarole. Anyway, it sent me to do far more research on these power stations, and I compared all of the brands at the time, the popular brands at the time, and by far, Bluetti outpaced everything. So we're very, very happy with Bluetti, but I think there are other good names on the market too. So if you are interested to see how these work, regardless of the brand, these videos will help you have a better understanding. In the second video about our freezers, I sort of repeat the information that I show in the first video about how we use them. So if you want to, you can just skip that part and go right to the part where I'm outside doing the connections, so you can see how I connect everything. So now what we're going to do is, in one of the videos I tested, I think 4 different appliances, my hair dryer and my blow dryer, and then 3 kitchen appliances on the Bluettis to see which one would run which appliance. I now have a brand new appliance that, for me, I have got to have available during a grid down situation, and that is my fairly new since Christmas Anove Combi Oven. I use it for so many things. If the grid goes down, I really want to have that available. And will my Bluettis power it? Well, that's what we're going to find out right now. Jim is going to be holding the tripod and taking the videos of this next segment. We're just using my iPhone, so it's lightweight and he can handle it. It's still going to be a little while before he can do his heavy camera. So we will now just go right over there and show you our Anova oven, and we'll test whether or not it will work with the 180 and then with our big blue. So I'm standing right here next to my favorite all-time appliance, my Anove Combi Oven, that I no longer use, or I no longer have an air fryer at all. It does just everything. It will sous vide, it will do so many different things in this one appliance, and I have just about tried everything and just love it. So I'm going to want to have this available in the event of a long-term grid down situation. So can I run it? Now right over here, this is our 180. It is an AC 180, 1800 watts. It is 1152 watt hours. And so that's a far cry from what our baby blue was. And this runs a lot of our kitchen appliances, as you will see in the videos. So first of all, I'm going to try this one to see, and I've not tried this yet. This is all live on camera to see what these are going to do. Now it takes my oven a little while, once it's unplugged, to catch back up. So I'm just going to turn this on. And it's right now at 80% charge. So I could plug it into the wall if I needed extra power, or I could connect it to the solar panels, but all I want to see is if it will run on the stored power right in here. So AC, plug it in right here. So with alternating current, everything in this square is now hot and ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is go over here. My oven is waking up. It's going to take a minute or two. All right, and now it is ready. So I'm going to do a convection bake, pretending I'm going to preheat 400 degrees, and I'm going to start the cooking. Now what we want to look for over here is the input. We don't have anything coming in, no solar, no wall plug coming in, but how much is it going to draw right here? So here goes, start cook. So right now it's going up, or it's 1200, 1600 watts. Okay. So it's pulling about 1600 watts. It will work, and this tells me right here that it will work for 0.5 hours on what it has available. So I can do anything that takes 30 minutes or less, and I will still have the power here. Well, that means I can hard boil eggs. I can fix French toast. I can fix bacon. Those are some of the things that I regularly cook in here that take 30 minutes or less. I cannot do baked potatoes. They take a full hour. So the next thing I want to do is to unplug it from this one and put it right down here in our big one. Now I'm going to have to sit on the floor in order to read this. It's too heavy. Jim still can't lift anything practically. And so we do the best we can, and this one weighs over 60 pounds, so I'm not letting him near it.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, not letting me in anymore near it.
Well, you have a tendency to overdo it,
Yeah.
honey. Okay, so this is going to go off. Stop cooking. And I'm going to turn this off. And do I have to hold that down to go off?
Yeah, I think so.
There it is. Okay, and then I'm pulling this plug, and I'm going to get down here on the floor and plug this in. As I mentioned in the videos, this one is just a little bit difficult to read the screen, which is why I have to be down here. So I'm going to turn it on. So this is the AC200 Max. This has been replaced by the AC200L. And the AC200L, we paid about $2,000 for this. The newer version, which is more power, is $899. So this is a fabulous buy on what will do the same thing here. And we got the configuration with the 30 amp so that we could run our travel trailer, which we no longer have. So if we were buying it today, we would probably buy one with a different configuration. Okay, so we're ready now. And so I'm going to touch the screen, and I want to turn AC power on. And you can't read this, but it is charged at 100%. So that is good. Everything is 100%. And now we're going to turn this oven on. Oh, it takes a minute after we have to unplug it. Okay, so we're going to bake, convection bake, 400 degrees, start cooking. All right, now I'm going to let you know what it's pulling. 1437, 1500. So this does not give me the however and many hours it's going to run, but because it's pulling 15 and this has a total of 2048, I can probably run that for about an hour and 15 minutes. So yay, I can do baked potatoes. All of the models, the 4 models that we have in our stepping stones of power up to the big one that we just used are listed in the products underneath this video. They are also listed in our Amazon store. I have updated those and checked them today, and every single one of the prices on these is far less than what we paid for them when we originally purchased them. And we didn't purchase them all together. We would buy about one a year or every few months when we were able to afford it. But now they are far, far more affordable. So you might want to consider whatever brand you wish of these solar power stations. You can look at this video to see how they all pretty much work the same in terms of connections and how they operate and how long they will go. And so think about adding solar power stations to your emergency preparedness if you haven't done before. And enjoy the 2 videos at the end of this video. And thanks so much for being with us for this Retro Friday. And we will see you again very soon for more videos.